Baking is life. Jenny Colgan. Baking is an art with science. It is a delicate process that involves precision and lot of patience. It is also said to be one of the best stress busters of all time. I began my baking journey when I was in 8th class. My first bake was chocolate cookies for my mother on her birthday. It was nowhere close to what was mentioned in the recipe book one was referring to. Still, she relished and appreciated it with each bite. After her persuading comments, I thought of tasting my cookies. It was a total disaster. But my mother's expressions motivated me to bake for her again. I vowed to give her that taste for real, which she was describing while eating my cookies. I decided to undergo baking classes. During my summer vacations, I enrolled with Cookery Expressio. Those were one of the best classes I had ever been part of. It was a pure delight for all my five senses. The sweet aroma of fresh cakes, colorful cupcakes, crisp cookies and mouth-watering chocolates were my inspiration to go for the classes regularly. Our teacher was a self-learned baker and was too good at her job. She knew everything starting from breads, different varieties of cakes, cupcakes, cookies, chocolates and much more. In our chemistry lab, she shared all her cake baking secrets with us. I am sharing those useful secrets today through this article. 1. It's highly important to know your oven. If any error, always calibrate it correctly. 2. Flour used for cake should contain less protein. 3. Baking pan has to be of proper size, should not be too big or too small for. Baking butter should be used at room temperature always. We should not try to melt it artificially by heating it. 5. Always fold in the dry ingredients and liquid ingredients separately. 6. After preparing the cake batter, never leave it out for too long. It is advisable to put the cake batter inside a preheated microwave oven within 5 minutes of preparing it. 7. Last but not the least, it is highly recommended to understand the chemistry behind using every single ingredient. The flour thickens the batter. B. Leavener like baking soda causes the cake to rise. C. Fats provide necessary moisture to the cake. D. Sugar caramelizes, absorbs liquid, and helps the cake to turn brownie. Egg used helps the cake batter to set in the oven and gives an even texture to the cake. After understanding this logic behind baking, one can mix and match the ingredients and experiment with his/her recipe in their own style. Those 10 days of baking classes were an enriching experience of my life. Hope these tips will come handy and help you become an expert home baker.